Sibylla follows a time travel office in the year 2030 dedicated to going back in time and verifying previously unverifiable historical information.
This play centers on sort of a research institution, I would say, of two time travelers.
John and Nate, John the trainer, Nate his trainee.
But, you know, the butterfly effect is very real. Every time these two go to the past, they accidentally change something in the present.
Sibylla follows that journey of Nate and John trying to go back to the past, trying to fix it. They eventually realize that, you know, the damage is done and they may have to live with the consequences of what they did.
They eventually have to go and talk to the Kamaian Sibyl, an ancient prophetess, and receive a prophecy. So it's about basically them trying to fix this mistake they made, but at the same time also trying to figure out what this prophecy is. Sibylla is the first play that I've ever written. I originally had the thought of what would classicists do if they had a time machine. I wanted to explore the concept of prophetic fate in relation to time within my play. So eventually the play started taking more of a shape through the role of the character, the Sibyl.
It's this incredible story about picking yourself up after, you know, your life has been irrevocably changed, but it's also about time travel and Greek mythology and, you know, being gay.
When I first wrote it, I meant for it to be a stage play within 2 acts, but over winter break, as I was editing the play, I basically started listening to more and more podcasts.
I've always been super into audio dramas. I got my start in audio fiction in the 6th grade, listening to Welcome to Night Vale, on the way home from middle school.
I was like, why would we do staged reading if we could do in audio drama format, release it as a podcast in a series of 4 episodes, and then it's just kind of these easily accessible, digestible chunks.
It definitely is a very unique experience to what you would normally see in a theater.
You never get to see anything that they're actually doing. The level of ambiguity that persists and pervades throughout audio format, I think, is what makes it so compelling.
When we originally conceptualized doing this project as DFTC's board, it was really important to us to do the most we could for this piece. We have this amazing person who signed on to do sets, and I'm doing costumes, and so we're just submitting sketches, and then our artistic director, Nico, I think, is going to be editing it all together so that as you watch, it's in order and can show you kind of a concept, which is also important to us because some people just like a visual component, and we just wanted to include that as well. We're a unique theater company on campus because we are a queer theater company, queer-focused stories. We really want to tell positive queer stories, and so Lane submitted this original work.
I'm a non-binary playwright, and I kind of wanted my work to be done by a queer company that's dedicated to telling queer stories.
We say we'll always do positive queer stories, and this one gave us pause because there is some of that trauma, but it is explored in a very respectful and interesting and intriguing way that doesn't vilify gayness. It was no contest. We loved it so much.
I can't really express more of my gratitude towards them. I'm very honored that they're doing my play. I guess what I would say is really special about Sibylla is the way that it touches on themes and characters that seem very separate from our own reality. I mean, this is taking place in 2030. The main characters are classicists. They're talking in ancient Greek and Latin half the time in the play. Dogs' genders are getting changed.
With my character, who I'm playing, Nate, along with John's and Vic's, they all bring to light some kind of human experience. Nate is all about having to deal with being the reason for all of his problems.
The relationship between the two main characters is, I feel, just so relatable to every queer girl who had that weird, toxic, homoerotic friendship in middle school.
At the end of the day, the characters are still understandable and I think hopefully relatable characters.
Don't forget to check out Sibylla when it drops Friday, April 23rd on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
We will be releasing the video on YouTube of the set and costumes. There's also going to be a production team interview on the Spotify as well.
On top of that, there is going to be a digital program that will be available on the DFTC website.
Amazing artists came together to do this. Please go watch it. It's amazing.
Check out our audio drama in order to support DFTC's mission to continue to produce positive queer stories.
It's really tragically fun, I would say. Just come see it.